Hey there everybody, so today we will see how to download and install Ubuntu 24 LTS, which is the long-term support version in VMware as a virtual machine. So first of all, on Google we say download Ubuntu and then go to the official website. I'll provide the links in the description. So here this Ubuntu 24 LTS is around 5.9 GB. Let's download it and save it. And now that it is downloaded, go to your VMware and click on create new virtual machine. And from here, keep the typical recommended configuration and click next. Now here we can select ISO disk image that we downloaded, but we will install the OS later because this will create a blank hard disk. Then click next. Select Linux and select the 64-bit Ubuntu version, then next. Now choose the location where you want the Ubuntu virtual machine files to be stored. I'll store it in another drive because I just want to save space in my C drive. Then click next. Now you have to specify disk capacity, which is 20 GB selected by default. I will give 50 GB because I will also install other softwares on Ubuntu VM for which space will be required later. Then choose the second option because it makes it easy to move our VM to another computer. Then select next. Now from here we can customize the hardware, but we will do it later, so click finish. Now, before starting the VM, just right click on Ubuntu 64-bit and go to settings. Now you can see recommended memory, that is your RAM required is 4 GB and VMware automatically selects this. If you have more amount of RAM, you can also give more memory to it. Then inside CD DVD, we will now select our Ubuntu ISO image that we have downloaded. Finally, click OK and power on the virtual machine now. After a while, once your VM boots up, the Ubuntu setup will be started. Now you can select your language and click next. If you need accessibility features, you can also change them later in system settings. So you can click next right now. Then select your keyboard layout and click next. And here we don't want to connect to the internet because it may take so much time to install extra software packages. We can do it after installing the Ubuntu. Now this update is available for the installer, but we will again skip this to save our installation time. Select install Ubuntu and next. We need interactive installation that will guide us step by step. We will go with default selection with basic utilities because we don't want any office tools in our virtual machine, which will unnecessarily make our Ubuntu guest operating system very heavy. So we want to keep it very light, okay? So just click next. And yes, now we want third-party softwares for graphics and Wi-Fi because these are important things for our guest OS to function properly. And we do not have any media related work on guest OS, so we don't need additional media formats. Then click next. And select erase disk and install Ubuntu. Now enter all the required information, your name, username, password, and then click next. And select your time zone. Then after reviewing, you can click install and the setup will start installing the Ubuntu OS in your VM. This process will take some time depending on your hardware configuration, and after a while you will see it's installed and ready to use. And you have to restart the Ubuntu. Click restart now. And after the restart, you can log into your account after providing your password. From here, you can click next and you can enable Ubuntu Pro if you want. But if you don't need it for virtual machine use case, you can simply skip this, and this way you can install Ubuntu on VMware Workstation Pro. Now that you have installed Ubuntu, you are ready to learn Linux and Bash shell scripting. So stay updated. Those tutorials are on their way. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.